From the air, it looks like any other farm, until you fly a little further and discover this. These are the remarkable greenhouses of China's Zhejiang University, the workplaces of some of the world's leading plant scientists. Big facilities for a big challenge.
China feeds 21% of the world population with 7% of the world land. So there is a tradition of agricultural research.
But that research now has global implications. To feed the world in 2050, we will need to increase food production by 70%. And it's not just climate change making that more difficult. High-yield food crops such as wheat and rice rely on phosphate-rich soil to grow. But soils have become increasingly phosphate deficient, forcing farmers to purchase phosphate fertilizers. That's created a raft of other problems, such as fertilizer compounds entering our water systems. The industrial scale of the process has also depleted high-quality sources of phosphate. Fertilizers are therefore becoming more expensive, meaning so too is food.
These are common problems to Australia and China and other parts of the world, and it's essential we solve them to actually maintain food production.
Professor Jim Whelan says we have taught plants to be lazy.
But in our cropping systems, we have bred plants under high phosphate conditions, so they're phosphate hungry or inefficient. What we now have to do is to go back and understand how plants can be productive with limited phosphate nutrition.
And that's what brings Professor Whelan to Zhejiang. His team at Melbourne's La Trobe University studies plants at the molecular level. Here in China, he's able to test his findings on a grand scale.
Without these facilities, we really can't translate our work. We can carry out the research, we can come up with a hypothesis, but we actually can't see will it improve crops. So it's really been beneficial to be able to try that in a real-world system.
His research collaborator is Professor Sohui Xia. She helped pioneer the development of more nutrient-efficient rice and soybean crops. Together, they're trying to figure out how to maintain and even increase farm yields with less resources and less reliance on phosphate.
So the problems faced the food production are not limited to any one society. They are common problems to the world, and so we should work together to solve them.
Professor Whelan has been working with Chinese scientists for more than 15 years and believes cross-border relationships should always be valued.
It's very important socially. Working on agriculture and food production helps us all to understand each other a little bit more.